Hello, friends. So I want to make an update to this website, right? If you look at this website, um, that's the link to AWS. Yeah, so let me just go back. So if you look at this website, it's currently running in Elastic Container Service. It was deployed via um, the Elastic Container Service. So if you look at this is my ECS now, right? If you look at um, the service. If you look at this DNS, right, this link is exactly the same thing as what we have here, right? So what I want to do is that I want to make an update to the website using Jenkins pipeline, right? So I'm going to update, this is the Jenkins pipeline that I used for this. So I'm going to update this pipeline, right? And I'm going to use an AWS CLI command, right, to make that update. So let me just copy a small stage. So let me just copy this stage. So let me see the right thing to copy. Okay. So I'm going to copy. Okay. I'm going to copy this stage. Right. Copy. Yeah. So, and then I'm going to come down here. So let me see where this stage starts and end. Okay. This stage ends here. So I'm going to hit enter and then paste the new stage. Okay, so I'm going to change it. I'm going to change it to deploying websites on AWS. So let me change it to, let me just, to make it fast, let me just copy this. And then deploying websites on AWS Elastic Container Service using Jenkins pipeline. Um, there's a mistake. So let me copy this again. Okay, so using websites on AWS ECS using Jenkins pipeline. Okay, so let's fix this part. Okay, so now AWS ECS. Okay, now I'm going to delete this one. I'm going to delete this one and use this shell command. Okay, so now if you observe that there is a variable here, right? There's the ECS cluster and the ECS service. So we have to put that variable up here. We have to add the variables up there. So, and the variable have to be the name of the ECS cluster, the Elastic Container Service cluster, and the name of the Elastic Container Service that was created, right? So let me just so if you let's come back here. So if you look at this is the name of the cluster, so it has to be this name, JK Web App Cluster, and then this is the name of the service. So if I go inside the cluster, then this is the service, right? One service. So this is the name of the service. So, so that's the name, but I'm just going to just copy and paste it. I already did that. So here is it. Um, okay. So I'm just going to add it to the variable here. Okay. So that's it. JK Web App Cluster and JK Web App TD, which is what we have here, right? This name, and then this is the name of the cluster. Okay, so now there's another thing I should not forget to do, because when we run the script, it's going to create another Docker it's going to create another Docker um, image, right? It's going to create another Docker image. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to put Docker logout here to avoid any, I'm going to put another Docker, this command here. So I'm going to put that and let's look if everything looks good. Okay. So for this stage, it ends here. This one close here. This one close this stage, the stages, and then this one close the pipeline. Okay, so that looks good. That looks good. Then I'm going to apply and then I'll save. But I'm not going to run the pipeline yet. I'm going to go back to code commit, right? So this is code commit. This is a repository where the source code of the website is, right? This is it. So I'm going to make a change to the to the style.css, right? I'm going to make a change. And once I make that change, then I'll go back to my Jenkins, right? And then I'll build now. So I'm going to make a change to, no, not my style.css, to my Docker file, to my Docker file. Okay, so if you observe that the Docker file has this copy style.css commented, right? It's commented. So I'm going to edit, and then I'm going to remove the comment. Then I'm going to commit. But before I commit change, I need to put like a name there. Let me say new updates. Updates. Let me just put updates. Just something. Then I'll click on commit changes. So it's going to just, because already this what's it called? This repository is already in my Jenkins file in a previous video, right? So in my Jenkins pipeline script, right? So this is my repo. This is the URL. So this URL is already here in my Jenkins script. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to build now, right? I'm going to build now, and it's going to make that update, and we're going to see it that this website is going to it's going to add a color to it, just make it look nicer, right? So let's build now. It will take some time. We'll see that it's already building in progress. See it down there. It's building in progress. So it will take some time, and I'm just going to take a break and I'll be back. So it's successful. The build was successful. Let's click. So the build was successful. So now let's come back to it might take a while, it might take a while to show here, but might take some time. But if we just wait for like maybe 5 minutes or thereabouts, it will build. So while that is being done, let's come back to our ECR to see if a new Docker image was built. ECR. So Elastic Container Registry. Okay. So let's see. So this is it. So this is the repository. So yeah, see that, that's the new one. That's the new image, right? So that's the new image. Okay, so let me check if the change has been effected. Not yet. Okay, I think this might be taking some time. Let me go back to Jenkins and see. Click on this. I will just check the console output and see, what is going on. It's already successful. It might just take a while to update. So as we can see in build 8, it was successful, right? And if we come to the cluster, right? If we go inside the cluster, we look at the deployment, right? It was successful. Now, if we reload this, it's the change is not being effected. And the reason is because if you look at let me come back to our code commits, right? AWS code commits, where the source code for the application is. If you look at that, even though I edited this Docker file, right? If I go back to my index.html file, which is this, if you observe that I commented this out, because this link is what is going to connect the index.html file with the style.css file. So I need to edit this. I need to edit this, and I'm going to run build. I'm going to run the, oh no, I'm going to run the, yes, that's correct. Okay, so I need to edit this. Then what I will do is that I will commit. So okay, this is correct. And I will commit, let me just put CC. I'll commit the change. I'll commit the change. So that is done. Then um I'll come back to my Jenkins and I will build again. I will build again. So let me build again. Okay, so I'm going to build again. And the build 9 is in progress. As you can see, this is number 9. Build number 9 is in progress. And with this now, we should be able to have this website, like have it in a nice format. So let's just wait. The build is in progress and it's done. Okay, let's go back to our cluster. Let's go back to our cluster, or let's go to Elastic Container Registry, right? ECR, to see if it's going to build another image, right? Should build another image, a third one. You see that? It built a third image, right? And then if we go back to ECS, the cluster, come to the cluster, then come to the um, deployment. So you see, it's in progress, right? The deployment is in progress. So once that is done, once we reload the page, right, we will see the change. So that we are just going to wait for some time. Once the deployment, you see the deployment status is in progress. Once we load the page, everything will see the nice formatting. So I'm going to take a break. So let me reload to check for the deployment status. So it's still in progress, but everything is looking good. So we are just going to come to our website. You're right. This is the website. It has the URL, right? So let me reload. So, and this is it, right? So this deployment was done with Jenkins, right? Because if you look at it, let me click on that. So it's done with Jenkins. So this is pretty, pretty amazing. It's pretty, pretty amazing, right? So you see, added the color, added the color. Yeah, so this is really, really amazing. So let's see again if they're still showing in progress. Well, has been affected, right? So this is Jenkins, right? This is the console output for deployment number 9, right? And then if we come down here, we come down to we'll see the pipeline, the particular pipeline. Let me see. Okay, so this is it. This is the pipeline, right? deploying websites on ECS, right? So yeah, so that's it. That's it. This is amazing. This is really amazing. So yeah, thank you. And when they want to keep this running, you have to go and delete all those resources so that yeah. So